for. All this leads up to this final game in this best of 3. It feels unfair that's not a best of 5. We want to see more, but this is all you get for today. Will it be Beastyqt or 3DB walking away to go ahead into the finals? I'm not sure. Hopefully you get your prediction up. There's a few seconds left if you haven't predicted. And let's do this Golden League 2 final game between Beastyqt and B in the redemption bracket. And we're here on the pit. Let's see who's going to advance towards the finals.
And here we go. Beasty in the yellow playing as Ruse, immediately dropping down that hunting cabin on the far wood line, the big wood line on this map. So going to be getting a good amount of gold from that, probably starting off with like 25 gold per minute from that single hunting cabin. Also going to be able to produce scouts out of that. He's also producing a scout out of his TC, so going to be starting off with 2 scouts. We're not seeing an additional scout here being made from B. 32 gold per minute. Nice.
I'm just sitting here thinking about this opening and how hyped I am. I just want to run around the room and scream. I'm so excited to see what happens here. I don't know how to even call this. We got China and Rus. It doesn't feel like a matchup I've seen on this map a ton. We're so used to seeing Rus and all the water picks, which in this series, we haven't had any water games, have we?
Yeah, this has not been a single water game in this series between these 2 players. But yeah, looking at the matchup, Chinese versus Rus, I feel like that meme with that old grandma saying, "It's been 84 years since I've last seen this matchup."
Yeah, I definitely haven't seen in a while. And talk about a tournament where we've seen so many hybrid maps, right? There's been more variety of maps than ever, and these guys stuck to land, and it's how they want to play the game and play the game your way. I want to why is Beasty not Beastyqt this tournament? He's just Beasty today. Is there any reason for that? What's the lore? Is it that's just what it is today?
I think Beasty is just done being a cutie. He's stopped being a cutie. This is hardcore Beasty now.
Yeah,
he's not gonna be taking any prisoners in this match.
Maybe when he gets if and when he gets to the finals, he can fully qualify for the Beastyqt tag. We'll see if that changes. But okay, we see the wolves being picked up right now, getting a little bounty there for the Rus. Of course, there's these small deer packs you see there, just 3 of them. So I guess they're not packs of deer. I guess they're herds of deer, right? Okay, there we got it right. Packs of wolves.
BC is getting a good amount of bounty here. He's already getting his wheelbarrow. Might be a little bit greedy considering that he has not yet secured up enough gold from the bounty in order to click up comfortably. But I think he should be able to reach it. Yeah, even if he doesn't get any more huntables now, he's going to be getting it with just the next tick of gold from his hunting cabin. So he'll be fine.
Man, and there are some massive gambas today on this game. There's about to be some people losing a ton of channel points or earning a ton. I'm not sure what's going to be. Look at those great hunting cabins. Oh, so much gold.
There's some people that have bet 250,000 EGC points on either of these players.
Wow.
We're getting dangerously close for some players to reach that 1 million mark, and Pesty gonna have to rematch against Haich.
Don't forget to call 1-800-EGC if you've got a prediction addiction like we all do. I don't know. I can't look away here for this game. Beasty and B, we see our first landmark coming down. 1 villager working on that. Beasty going to be...
We're going to have the Kremwin.
Kremwin?
It's going to be, Kremwin game.
Oh, boy. A Kremwin. Okay, I see. Now, we've
the range from the Kremlin is incredible with the influence. Like, you could probably put it like 4 more tiles away from that lumber camp and it would probably still reach it.
Yeah, definitely different than we're used to. Kremlin was almost never used before. I feel like I've seen it exclusively Kremlin throughout this tournament a lot.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, a lot of players, I feel like, said that they're not quite happy about the changes that the Kremlin has received. Oh, nice microwave from B. Actually managed to deny one of those deer, even though BC had 2 scouts there. Nice timing there.
Okay, so Imperial Academy getting finished. The Kremlin almost done. We see the Barbican of the Sun already drop down to secure the deer towards that northern part, as well as the wood. And
not a bad timing here.
Yeah, pretty good there. Picking up a few more wolves, getting a few more bounty as B reaches the feudal age. BC working his way.
This is the point probably where we should take a look at how much bounty Beasty has managed to reach here. Also dropped another hunting cabin, so he's going to get a passive 70 gold per minute here from these hunting cabins. But now let's take a look at how much bounty BC has managed to get here. And not as impressive as we saw B last game, but he has reached that second tier.
I mean, 500 is crazy.
So overall,
but
yeah, 500 was insane. Like, I'm not sure how... I mean, I know how B managed to do that, but that's still incredibly rare to get 500 ever since the sheep don't give any bounty anymore.
Yep. Okay, and we've got B moving down to the wood line now, and we'll have to see what military buildings might come out here next. Not seeing anyone go for stone. Not seeing any stone gathering.
Oh, we're immediately seeing the militia being used, and we're also seeing a stable now.
Okay, and we've got more Imperial officials coming out. A total of, 4 there. He's had those in production. Going to be walking around, collecting tax, doing in supervision, doing all those things. And a stable. There we go. A stable and a archery range for Beastyqt. So going to be looking to dish out a little bit of pressure.
Just want to give a little bit of a prelude that if Beastie wins this, tomorrow he's going to be up against Vortex.
Yep.
Who has gotten kicked into the redemption bracket by his brother Lucifron, and Beastie was also kicked into the redemption bracket by Lucifron. So a little bit of a revenge play then.
And if Vortex were to win that series, he would again face off against his brother Lucifron in a best of 7 finale. So it could get a little crazy.
We're gonna see another mirror match series. Imperial officials able to stay alive here, even though the militia, they did some good damage there. But now we're going to be seeing the Jugenu come out here. Yep. Knights, though, coming out for BC, and Knights are like a really, really good unit against the Jugenu. Horsemen take multiple points of damage per shot from the Jugenu. Oh, there we go. Knight already in there. Not a ton of Jugenu here, but enough to make Beast retreat. But yeah, Knights, they have enough armor to only take 3 damage per entire volley from the Jugenu, so like 1 damage per shot. There's not a lot of units that can tank that much damage from the Jugenu in the game. But yeah, now we're going to be seeing Knights, Horsemen, and Archers out from BC. So far, only Jugenu from B.
Yep, we've got a Knight right now for Beastyqt hanging out down there as he just... No stopping in sight of his military production. Take a look at that. 2 stables, 2 archer ranges. And I think we're going to have a lot of action here in the feudal age, which, could decide quite a bit here. So B's got his Jugnu defending. The wolf sounding off there. Oh, that's the boar. Okay, so we got the boar attacking. He gets the bounty from that. And man, what a nice spot next to the deer and the boar.
Right, we're going to have to hold out about this to talk about this after the game. But somebody just redeemed it. Eliminati redeemed 1 million EGCTV points. Pesty is going to have to rematch against Hyde.
What? Who redeemed it?
Eliminati.
He got 1 million points?
1 million points down the drain.
Oh my gosh, where's Pesty? I gotta cast. I think we get to cast it. I think that's in the rules.
That's gonna be. That has to be how it works. All right.
Okay.
Don't you worry, guys. Even if Pesty isn't reacting to this right now, we're gonna tell him after. we're gonna let him know that somebody did it. Somebody did the impossible redeem.
I'll record his reaction. Okay, so Beastyqt, he's got 16 military units out on the map versus the 14 of 3DB. B just kind of taking the defender's route. Of course, using that Song Dynasty has faster villager production than Beastyqt. No trade to here to contrast with that the Marine Lord versus B series, where both players were going for trade. Neither going for trade. Crazy.
All right, so far, B only making Jugenu. He's getting both the ranged damage and pierce armor upgrade. BC's doing the same, so armor-wise, they're looking similar here. However, BC still has the armored unit advantage. He's going to be having knights, he's going to be having horsemen. B is just making more and more Jugunu, and I'm wondering here, is it gonna be enough? Because I don't think so. Even though Jugunu are really fast to mass, they cost 3 different types of resources. Even tax is not going to be completely enough for you to just keep making Jugunu. You're going to have villagers on gold, you're going to have villagers on wood, villagers on food, and you're going to have to scale those villagers up as you scale your Jugunu production rate. Looks like BC, though, he's going to be falling back a little bit. Like, he has a lot of units, though. He has 5 knights almost. Well, 1 more is in the queue. And even, like, knights, they're still going to take a long time to get killed by Jugunu. And meanwhile, archers can just fire on the Jugunu. But the mass right now from B, it's going to get bigger and bigger. I feel like Beasty needs to find a window soon to take an engagement. He needs like a couple more knights. Issue is, he's not on gold at all. I don't think he has any villager right now on gold. Like, all the gold that he's getting right now is passive. He has built 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hunting cabins around the map.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, look
that's
at him on
his
the
gold
left
income. Yeah, that's his gold income. Beasty, he has built hunting cabins out the wazoo everywhere. That's his entire gold income. I feel like it might just not be enough in order to produce as many knights as he might need for a big engagement here, as we see the Jugunu mass now circling around Beasty's base.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. So here we go. Sugnu's going in. How quickly would they take those down?
Relatively quickly. I mean, it's still 3 damage every single shot, and
the only archer that can take down buildings.
For a reason.
Down it goes. Okay, he's starting to cut into the gold production of Beastyqt. Now, Beasty does see this. He can count them up, right? He can decide if he's going to take this engagement. How much has he got there? I thought that was on fire, but he left it.
Right, B is gonna have to... Oh my god. Yeah, Beasty wants to fight this now. He has pulled out all of the Levi militia that he has. He wants to fight this right now. Mm-hmm. He is in for it, and B might be a little bit out of position here. Units are not firing. B is getting caught out here. That's a lot of Jugunu that are gonna go down here.
Could this be the decider? B being chased down by militia and knights and horsemen and archers, losing tons of his Jugunu. It doesn't seem like he's even taken any fights. This is a disaster for B, and not a spot you want to be in when you're in the finale here of this series.
All right, reinforcements are coming in though, and the Levi militia should soon perish. They shouldn't be out here much longer at this point in time. B is falling back towards the Barbican. Is going to try and get some more support from that one. And he's killing the knights though. And the Levi militia are going to expire soon. Very soon. They're just going to be gone. And the knights are going to go down. They should be falling down soon.
How many more seconds are left on him? Click on him. He's going to actually take the fight.
Soon.
Any minute. They last long.
Actually, they have 15 seconds. Okay, 1.5 minutes lasts longer when you're excited, I guess.
All bunching up between that wood line. I feel like
he has a bunch of fortresses there, though.
Here. Villages there. Surround those archers, but they're gonna be running. And that was a little scary, but I think we still got some more game here. B currently in the villager lead, of course, but there's just hunting cabins out generating some gold. He's trying to chase his archers down. Going to pick off maybe the rest of those knights is what we're going to see there. You see what I think almost one-shot him.
Don't quote me on saying that 90 seconds lasts longer when you're excited, please. Thank you.
Hey, Age of Empires here, guys. Age of Empires, folks.
1.5 minutes can be a long time, okay, guys?
I wasn't even reading chat, but I can just only imagine. Okay, B running across the map towards Beastyqt. It looks like he's still got plenty more fight left in him. Are those knights diving his wood line? I think it might be.
Looks like they are. They're just running in, and I mean, he still has the reinforcement Jugunu, but he's going to be killing a lot of villagers. But at the same time, B has been on Song Dynasty the entire time. He's going to be fine with losing a couple of villagers just because his villagers produce every 15 seconds instead of every 20. But still, Beasty should be also fine with being a little bit behind when it comes to villagers just because he invested into those hunting cabins.
Okay, here we go again. Zugnu on the retreat. A huge mess of archers heading after him. He's trying to take out this horseman, but he's gone for the only Zugnu strategy. 71 of them out on the map. Here comes the second wave. Oh my gosh.
The thing is that B, if he macros correctly behind this, he could transition into Castle Age within like the next 5 minutes-ish while still pumping out Shuganu repeatedly. And once those Shuganu get upgraded to Castle Age Shuganu, they're going to be able to take down any Feudal Age army easily. Even Castle Age units if they don't have the Pierce armor upgrade.
This ain't right. Only one unit? Like, what? This is crazy.
Who would do such a thing?
Yeah, definitely not me. Zugnu spam threatens the plains as they move in towards the wooden fortress. Will he be afraid or will he just take it out with his archers? There you go. Wow.
It's happening.
This is dirty.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Only Zugnu. He has 92 right now. 92. Absolutely wild.
We're seeing the Levi militia again.
Oh gosh. That thing's almost dead. He's gonna leave right now.
I think he could probably take this if he goes line formation here.
Yeah, he's just trying to take the...
Or at least focuses down the knights.
Okay, so this has been absolutely goofy. These two players have definitely had the war of the archers this series. It's another just gigantic archer battle.
Yeah, the Shuganu numbers are falling rapidly though.
Yeah. He looks like he's gonna stick the fight. Look at that. B looks pretty confident here, but I don't... what is this? This is what this series is gonna end? A line of archers standing still?
He's got a whole bunch of Shuganu more in production right now, but yeah, this is where it ends.
He's taking it.
Yeah, you can't do that against civilizations that have access to knights. Now, it might seem like a bad trade for Beasty when those knights like suddenly lose like their entire health pool, or like half of it in like 3 shots. But it actually is so many Shuganu only killing, like hitting a single unit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so it keeps going. B has lost tons of his numbers in that fight, but Beasty continues to push, and now we see B looks like he's back on the offensive. Gonna be chasing after those archers here yet again. Standing still.
Knights and horsemen coming back though.
It's like 1 HP knight in the middle there. Oh my gosh, this has been the battle of the line formation. Shout out to our observer doing a great job of covering this because this has just been back and forth craziness. Back to the Barbican once again. He has just so many units in production. I'm looking at the food count. B's spending all of his resources. BC's got a little bit of surplus of gold and wood, but this could be a defining moment here. He doesn't have a way to really kill that Barbican though.
Yeah, now it's only archers out there and they can't really deal with that. And right now, though, the army count is heavily in favor of Beasty. The amount of archers that he has out on the field right now is just insane. Look at how much forest he chopped away with his villagers. It feels like the Amazonas right there. And yeah, just a couple of archers on the left side here being cleaned up. Oh my, he's actually taking the deer. Yeah, BC is exhausting the entire map of resources now. And we can actually see B moving villagers across the map. Never mind, he's going to stone, but
another hand towards the archers on the
if he went out to food, he would be very disappointed there. Yeah.
Okay, here comes some rams. He's also got some houses on the front line that could possibly go down. The rams gonna start working on them. 67 military for Beasty versus the 27 of B. B definitely way down on military count. How can he turn this around? Beasty having spent all of his resources. He's keeping that bank spent. B's got a little bit of extra wood in the bank, but starting to throw down a few farms. But looking like he's got plenty of fight left in him as we now see 2 rams starting to move up to the battlefield.
I think the issue was that B moved out a little bit too early. If he didn't lose his entire army and just transition into Castle Age, I think he could have transitioned into Castle Age way quicker than Beasty could have. And then you're able to like take fights in that window where your opponent has to first age up as well and then grab upgrades. And
on the east side there's a raid. Is that on BC's villagers? Oh no, that's Beast villagers.
Oh, yeah, and it's gonna be the Levi militia. So 3 units, well, pretty much 3 units, 40 food for 2, and they're gonna disrupt this entire gold operation.
he saw
My
this.
God, he was also looking for the deer, but there was only 1 deer left, and he pulled so many villagers for that. Not gonna get a lot of food from that, and yeah, now the Rams are gonna be taking down that Barbican.
Genius of Beasty going all the way across the map to eat B's deer right out from underneath them. And now he's harassing that gold as we see Beasty's army pushing on the west side. It's looking like Beasty's trying to put this game away. He wants to advance on to the redemption final, but he's got to go through this Barbican. B's got a little fight left in him, but is in a pretty challenging position right now.
Yeah, the army composition from Beasty is just exactly what you need against the Mars Shuganu, and the Shuganu just aren't able to shred through the front line here in time in order to attack the archers, and the archers are just dishing out a good amount of damage here onto the Shuganu. And yeah, this is going to be really, really tough. I mean, the Shuganu are doing a good amount of damage here to the Rams, but Beasty at this point is probably able to just dive under the Barbican, and at the same time, Beasty's reinforcements are going over to the right side, where B is also having to defend with his with like another group of Shuganu, but he's probably not going to be able to do so because the Horsemen and Knight armor amount here, they're just going to be way more pop effective than a couple of Shuganu here. And this game looks really dire for B now. I don't see a way for him to come back in this one, actually.
Yeah, he's down like tons of military. He still has more villagers technically, but how is he going to kill his archers? Just so challenging. You know, and I'm
villagers going down.
I'm thinking back to game 1 of this whole tournament. I watched B versus Dark, his own clanmate, and he did this exact same strategy. Actually, now that it's that we've seen it before, but he did do this exact same thing, and it worked out brilliantly. He was able to get a huge flank on Dark's French army. But here today, BC just had so many archers, and the mixture of the Royal Knights and Horsemen was able to make sure these Zugnu were going to be ineffective.
Yeah. I mean, B, he makes a makeshift farm transition under his TC. That's usually not where you want your farms to be as China. He's holding on against the archers with the Shuganu, but the military count right now, 15 to 50. It's, yeah, really rough. And now Beasty is also going to be able to dive in the wood economy. More Imperial officials are going down. We can see that B is trying to remake the Imperial officials out of his Imperial Academy, but he's just not going to be able to really come back here, because every single time these Imperial officials die, it's so much value lost. And yeah, more and more villagers are going down here, and at this point, Beasty leading with villager numbers, and he has the hunting cabins at the same time. More Rams are now being built on the right-hand side, and that's where Beasty's next push is going to be, and I don't think that B is going to be able to hold that one.
You see him trying to go out to the middle, but there's units everywhere. BC's he's taking his time. He's not going to overcommit underneath the town center. He's just keeping his opponent starved off, picking off things on the outskirts, and he will finish this off on his own time. We see B pulling back right now with his gold villagers. Not really able to do a whole lot there. Lots of idle eco, not to mention that he has a little bit less eco. And those Knights and Horsemen going to charge in. Farms are set up, but nothing to defend it. As the Rams, archers,
at this point,
Knights, and
the Knight numbers are just too good at this point. The Shuganu are not going to be able to take efficient trades, and B calls the GG now. Beasty takes the set and is able to continue his road, his journey in the redemption bracket.
Wow, so Beastyqt in a 2-1 victory will advance to play against Vortex in the redemption finals tomorrow, and if he wins that, he could move even on up to face against Lucifron. So it's going to be a crazy day of games tomorrow. So if you thought this was good, we're just getting started. You'll want to tune back in for those. Wow. What a series. It really seemed like it could have been anyone's, really. I'm interested to see like a best of 5 or best of 7s with these two players. It's maybe you'll get later on this tournament because it's going to be going on every weekend long. But yeah, just really a pleasure to get to